My biggest fear is getting married.
Hey beautiful people, how you all doing today? It's your girl Maria David and I'm back again with another interesting video. A lady shared her biggest fear on her page and she said her biggest fear is getting married. She's scared of marriage. Who would not be scared of marriage? For what is the news out there, what you're seeing, everything we're just seeing and hearing that is happening in marriages, it reached to fear marriage. So she made a video, saying why she thinks that she might fear her biggest fear might be marriage. And again, she was also saying that you should just make it normal for someone to just date and have fun. Everybody don't want to get married. Let me go ahead and roll the full clip for you all to watch, then we'll come back and talk about it.
My biggest fear is getting married. Now, that could be because of trauma. It could be because I have two eyeballs and I can see the world around me. It could be because 55% of marriages end in divorce. It could be because I've never actually seen a happy marriage. I've never seen a marriage where I'm like, oh my gosh, I want what they have ever in my life. And I've only heard people say that going through a divorce is one of the worst experiences you're ever going to have. Now, if I had a bowl of M&Ms, I'm going to use the age-old M&M example. If I had a bowl of M&Ms and there was a 50% chance that one of those M&Ms was going to make my life hell for several years, would I eat any of the M&Ms? Now, maybe that's a risk you want to take. Maybe you were the kind of person who, dreamed about your wedding your entire life. I'm not. So who cares what the reason is? And I resent the fact that I don't even get to have that choice or make that decision as a woman without it being scrutinized. When I talk about the fabulous men that I've dated, the only thing anyone has to say is, well, where's the ring on your finger? I don't want one. Is that okay? Can I have relationships with people? Even dare I say, can I have sex with people and have intimate relationships with people and have a bond with people and not want to marry them? Is that okay? Is it okay that I've never met somebody that I could see myself spending the rest of my life with, because I plan on living a long life and changing and being many different people, and I've been many different people in the life that I've lived so far, and I have outgrown people. Although I may have loved them very much, who I am today would not make sense with them. So if I married them 5 years ago, I would either not be the person that I am today, who I am very fond of and love and who have worked very hard to be, or I would have had to divorce them or end that relationship. Okay? Again, I'm not saying that love doesn't exist, but you have to have two people who are compatible in all of the right ways for that to make sense. And in today's day and age, when you have men whose brains are fucking melted by corn, okay? Which, by the way, I don't even think we fully understand like the full impact and implication of the fact that that kind of material is so accessible, and that the majority of men, if not all men, are constantly melting their brains with it. If you think that consuming that kind of material doesn't have any kind of impact in your psyche or the way that you see women, love, and relationships, then I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, because of course it does. So no, I don't really want to pick out of that pile of dudes, which is what we're faced with, and it's only going to become more like that. Okay? But the conclusion that I have come to is that that love and marriage is a business proposition. That is how it started. Mixing love and marriage is where things got all, and that's why it doesn't work out for people, because it's not supposed to be that way. It used to be the only options women had for their lives was to be a wife or to have children. Look around you. There are a lot more options than that. So again, I'm not knocking your decision to be those things if that's what you choose to be. All I'm saying is, if you choose not to be those things and you choose the myriad of other things that you have the option of choosing today in today's day and age, that makes a ton of sense to me. And if you do decide that you want to be a housewife and you want to bear children and raise children, all I'm saying is you really need to be critical and look at that decision and really analyze whether or not that is a decision that you're making out of earnestness and out of because that's what you truly want in your life, or whether or not you've been told that's what you were supposed to want. You really need to take a moment and think about that. And you need to think about whether or not you are desperately wanting to be chosen, and if that is weighing in on your decision to change your life and redirect your life in that way. You don't need to be chosen by anybody. You don't need to be chosen by anybody. Bitches getting chose left and right around here, and while you're hugging your man, he's checking me out. That's what I see. And I'm not saying just me, I'm saying all the bitches, okay? I've seen too much. I've seen too much. I don't want it. I don't want it. I will date your son for a season, and then I'm going to move on to Patty Lou's son down the street. However that suits my fucking fancy, because it's 2023, and it's a beautiful time to be alive. Let's get with it. Let's get going. Let's fucking undo this shit.
Wow. Let me know your thoughts about this video down in the comment section. Do you think she's making sense or not? Do you think like her? Do you have almost the same thoughts with her? Or you just feel she's just saying rubbish? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. All opinions are accepted if you kindly put them down respectfully. I kind of agree, or I kind of understand where she's coming from when she says that screw marriage. Because if you're on social media, aside from social media, but I feel like social media actually brought out a lot of BS that this man does to women in marriages. Normally, I feel like before social media, women in marriages were taking a lot of BS, but they could not voice out, because if they voice out, people will be like, you're ungrateful, you're married, me, I'm not married, what are you talking about? Or if they voice out, they will say, oh, you have to endure. As a woman, you have to be patient. As a woman, you have to be loving. Whatever your husband do, you just be prayerful. Don't say it out. They don't talk bad about a man out there before social media. So now, thank God for social media, a lot of women are coming out to just express themselves. Some cannot express themselves through video conference. Some do that through typing. If you read a lot of regretful marriages, a lot of people that are regretful that they are married, if you read a lot of stories, I don't think anyone would want to get married. And if you see the way some men even treat their woman in wedding day, during the wedding day, like the way they will smash the cake in your face, they'll act like they're pranking you, they'll just do rubbish. You won't want to get married. I feel like the rate of, beautiful marriages is very low compared to horrible marriages. I know some people say that people that are happily married do not post their life on social media. That's a lie. That's a lie. I don't want to believe that, because I feel like if everybody is complaining about a particular thing, it is really happening. And thank God for social media, thank God for TikTok. TikTok brought out a lot of things that even me myself, I don't know about a man. So it brought them out, and I'm like, yeah, I do notice this. Oh my God, I know these things. Like, when you sit down and reasoning, you won't want to go into the marriage thing. So I understand where she's coming from, and I don't blame her for that, which is fine. Everybody's not going to get married. Everybody has their, life. If you being a wife, being a mother, being a housewife, being, what they call it, homemaker, if that is what you want to be, if that is what you dream to be, because normally that is what they've trained us to be. They've trained us to be a wife while we're growing up. I don't know about you, but right here where I am, they will nurture you from small to be a wife, to be a nurturer. That is how they nurture girls. That's how they train girls from childhood. So they've trained us to be a wife, and when you grow up, you feel like that is what you're supposed to do, to be a wife and to be a mother. And when you be a wife, the next thing you are supposed to do, that your head is telling you, is I have to be a mother. I have to be a mother. So like that's how the chain is going. So if you feel like that is the route you want to go to, it's fine. Even after seeing everything, you're like, no, it's not my portion, it's not my portion. It's fine. You can go through the route. But if you can sit down and reasoning, you will actually understand where she's coming from, and you see that there is nothing like the way these men treat their wives is annoying. They cheat, and you know what? They get away with cheating. They will do anything. Their behavior is annoying to their wives, and they get away with it. A lot of stories that I've even posted in this channel, even this year alone, it's a lot for someone to sit down and say, you know what, screw marriage. Which I understand where she's coming from. But then let me know your thoughts about this video down in the comment section. I thank you all so much for sticking around to this point. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe, and kindly turn on the post notification bell when you subscribe so you can get notified when I upload interesting video like this one. Thank you for sticking around to this point, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.